Slow review of Ashley and Cowgirl at their TLC lesson. Gonna let it go through regular. Ashley rides a free runner here, and we really need to start working on making sure you're riding ahead of her and thinking rate and get to your spots in your turn. That was much better than your previous ride, and also some of the issues you had over the weekend with not finishing your first barrel. So I like how you took off. You did a straight line lead departure. She did pick up her lead, which was really nice. It's fine to come in from the right side at a walk and just set them up for their lead like you're coming from a holding pin. And that was very nice. And then again, she takes off on the correct lead. You're just lightly giving her an inch of loose rein. I like right there, Ashley, look how hard you're sitting. Your shoulders back, your butt's in the back of the saddle, your hands are coming back. You're thinking, whoa, and that looks so good. 2 strides of rate, 1, 2 strides in and out of that barrel. You finished it so much better than you did at Friday and Saturday's barrel races. Remember, she's a novice horse and she's a free runner, so she's going to need you to sit and help her finish those turns a little by sitting. I like that you're giving it back to her here when you get to spot 3. You really need to make sure you're looking at a 4-foot spot going in to spot 1 and a 4-foot spot on the back side. Then from sitting here 3 strides out, you sit and say whoa. Then it gives her 2 strides to rate. From spot 1 to spot 2, she starts her turn. From spot 2 to spot 3, she finishes her turn. From spot 2 to spot 3 is the part where you push back on that horn, lift up with that inside rein, and hug her or tap her with your outside leg to help her lead nice and straight for her next barrel. Okay, so you did good here. You're thinking rate. You're sitting down. Okay, and I'm already yelling at you to whoa halfway across the pin because I want you thinking that way. So because you sat 3 strides out, she's going to be able to rate 2 strides out, which is perfect. 1, 2. Okay, so that was really good. Now, the only thing I would change here, Ashley, while you're sitting for rate, you're still looking in here too much. When you're coming in, you need to own looking at your 4-foot pocket right there. Sit for rate, but ride to your spot 1. Then look at spot 2 after you get to spot 1. So really you started that turn too soon, so you're going to lose your pocket on the back side, and then you're like, uh-oh, and your leg barely clears it. You're having to look down and hope to God that you can get your hand up and your body up to clear that barrel, which you barely did. Now that would have been avoided had you sat like you did perfectly, but looked here instead of here. And then look here. Your 4-foot pocket right here. So when you're coming into your rate spot, sit for rate, but don't look in. Look here at a 4-foot pocket, and then when you get here, that's when you look here. Okay? So here's your 1 stride, 2 strides. Because of that, she takes a little step off, and every little step off costs you a couple tenths, so we have to consider that. You did good with lifting. I don't care that you're popping up out of your saddle. I'd rather you were still sitting, lifting, and putting your outside leg on her, but you're trying to go in stride with her, but you didn't get in stride with her. See, when you're up, you should be down. When you're down, you should be pulling up on that horn. So your timing got off because you lost your pocket, so it wasn't smooth. But here, going into your 3rd barrel, 3 strides out, you need to start sitting and saying whoa to this free runner, okay? So here we go to the next barrel. 1, 2, almost 3 strides out. We have to sit a little earlier on that 3rd barrel because she's adding her own speed to 3rd. This mare, as she gets more confident, is going to add her own speed. So I like that you sit down, but once again, I need you to not be looking in too soon. You need to really own your spot 1, 4 foot to the side of the barrel, then your spot 2, 4 foot to the back side of the barrel. Then that was good there. Sit down, try not to pull. Bump with the inside hand, bump with the outside leg, so you're not pulling on her in the turns. And then that's good. You put your hand back down. You're out of her face. She's relaxed. She's working out of the barrel. So that was a really good job, Ashley. I'm proud of you. Just remember, it's imperative when we're running a horse with this kind of speed that we stay ahead of them. We're thinking, where's my rate spot? Then we're thinking, find my entrance and the back side of my turns. you know, and pick your turn spot after you get your rate spot. So always be thinking ahead of her, where I'm going to rate her, where I'm going to ask her to turn. And this was a good run. Good job, Ashley.